Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to MaryAnne's Mystic Mentions. I'm MaryAnne. I'm thrilled to be here with you today. I feel extremely exhilarated and just really very optimistic. I feel the energy is really in our favor. It continues to feel that way. And it's a gorgeous day outside where I am, and I pray it is for you as well and that you're doing well. I appreciate you stopping in, always, new and returning viewers, and welcome to your Sun Sign Love Connection readings for today. Today's featured sign is the sign of Taurus, and we're doing the mid-month readings now. So as I do my normal format, I go around the zodiac wheel from Aries to Pisces, the beginning of the month and the mid-month. So we just finished the beginning of the month. We're on the second sign, which is Taurus, and I always pick, with the help of Spirit, your highlighted connection today, Taurus. Highlighted connection for you means that you get 3 additional messages for this particular connection, and it is love, but it's love of all different types. Maybe you know exactly what this is. If for some reason you're thinking, no, MaryAnne, I have no idea why you're picking that or why that came up for me, stay tuned, because that's what Spirit's about. It brings forth information, new beginnings. We are about to approach the spring season, the whole new beginning of the astrology year, basically. And the energies of fiery, passionate, motivated, loving, courageous Aries. And we are still in Pisces season though, so it's been very emotional, but it's been a very fulfilling and necessary emotional type of time. And it really, for Taurus, just so happens the moon is in your sign too. So for the first couple of days that I'm doing these mid-months, it should probably be synchronistic. It might then fall off a bit. The moon tends to be in each sign for a couple of days, but it was just the last part of Aries when I read for Aries yesterday, and now today it's fresh from about, I don't know, 8 o'clock this morning, you know, Pacific Standard Time. So anyway, there's a double whammy bit of energy for the Taurus, what with your reading today and then the moon. And it's a very complementary energy to have this Pisces season for you. Water and earth just work extremely well together. I mean, when you think about it, just figuratively and naturally, you have water that helps, you know, water the soil and the seeds that you want to plant and then nurture and then grow, you know, with relationships, with your jobs, with your families, any particular way you can imagine or it fits into your scenario. And it's just a beautiful, loving, and complementary energy. Now, you, Taurus, are an earth element, and you're extremely practical, very reliable, very resourceful. You are known as the money sign. I've said it over and over. You are ruled by Venus. Venus is the most Venetian planet that offers love and femininity and the ability to be in touch with our feminine side if you are not a female. We all have both dualities, right? Female, feminine, and masculine qualities. And so when they're combined and they're balanced well, it just feels like you're this whole person, right? This whole soul and spirit is working together. And so the earth element of Taurus is just very, very, I would say predictable in a lot of ways, but very calming. I find them to be extremely down to earth, legitimately. They work and they toil the soil. They love getting their hands dirty and growing their own garden, vegetable gardens, whatever type it may be. They love all the senses, which is also very much a part of what the influence of Venus does for all of us, and certainly if it's your ruling planet. They love the taste, smell, feel. They're very sensual, you know, and they also are extremely intuitive and very creative, which is also part of, once again, Venus. A lot of it has to do with your other planets in your natal chart, but the sun sign is what I'm reading, and it's a general, so, you know, I tell you the basic and the most important traits that I find throughout over 40 years of studying and the compatibility between different people, whatever the relationship is. And so your specific highlighted connection, though, I looked it up during the beginning of the month. We are on March, 16th today, 2020? 2021, forgive me, I haven't said that in a while. Woo! Backtrack. March 16th, 2021. So, yeah, let's see. Last time it was Sagittarius, you're highlighted. Fiery Sagittarius. Very optimistic Sagittarius. I'm curious to see how things have progressed since your last reading, and maybe you want to backtrack on that as well. I always invite people to do that. So your highlighted for today is Aries. Isn't that something? We just did Aries yesterday, but that's okay. It's important that you read this for your highlight. And what's interesting is that the highlighted for yesterday's Aries was Capricorn. That's two earth elements that are wanting to express themselves, and that predominance seems to be in the picture. And even if it isn't in a relationship, it's because we definitely have the moon now in the earth element. And then also, so these fire signs, you know, are just like really raring to go, but also realizing that there's a part of them that wants to kind of take it cool, be calm, maybe just a little bit more routine, for the lack of a better word right now, and to double check things, you know, and all the practical affairs, things you can touch, your material world, okay, your family, your money, your jobs, your investments. It's a time to kind of sit with that and really look it over and be a little more aware of all that than you might normally be. Because Aries, you know how you are. You're just like, bam, let's make it happen, man. And this is your season coming up. Your sun season, the new beginning of the year, like I said, you're the first zodiac sign. You offer and inspire so much when people are around you. They just feel that vitality. You're a cardinal sign. So, you know, you're about beginnings, initiations, and that's what it means. You initiate, you know, spring. That's what cardinal do. So I feel like the combination of this steadfast, hardworking, fixed sign I didn't mention of Taurus, and the motivation, spirited, let's get it done combination is so beautiful, because the Taurian energy is going to kind of keep you grounded. It's going to not make you go forward too quickly, with a very loving, you know, loving manner. And then you're fired up, kind of inspirational, like, come on, Taurus, got to move a little quicker, maybe not too fast. We got this, you know, and just the meeting of the minds is what I see. Both very strong energies, but do I see these two together in real life, in real relationships, and does it work? Absolutely. So I'm really feeling good about this for you. I really am. And most of the readings have been so incredibly positive and uplifting. It's our time. We've already went through a lot of retrogrades. All of those are gone. Everything's fast forward and moving forward, I should say, even if it seems slow still. No more shadow, Mercury retrograde, and no planets whatsoever retrograde until the latter part of April. So this is about inspiration, innovation, motivation, all the Asians, and that new moon that happened on the 13th in Pisces was just so prevalent. Tends to bring in things, you know, karmic things you need to see one more time so that you can clear it out and let it be gone, you know. And I don't know what that means to you. I know what it meant to me, and it hurts. Sometimes it's emotional. We're like, oh, I don't want to really think about that again. That's been a lot of years. But that's okay once you finally face it head on, right? And recognize that, yeah, this is something that I need to close out for good. And it could be as simple as purging things in your home that you know you don't need, you haven't used. I certainly did that and was guilty as charged. It's just there. We couldn't bring it anywhere last year, so I really was, excuse me, I was realizing even if I wanted to, it wouldn't have made much sense having a bunch of bags around the house, right? So I did my thing this year in the beginning of January. Well, the whole month of January. So that could be pertaining to this purging, that influence of the new moon, and the intentions are strong for you. The new deck that I brought out for the mid-month, which isn't new, but it's a beautiful deck, is the Gilded Tarot deck. And I love it so much, and it's very, I've always felt that it has extra special powers for me. For some reason, it feels good. And so I read 3 specific main category messages for this beautiful highlighted connection. And then Aries, Taurus. Aries is Taurus's highlighted connection, but Taurus. Then I read 3 oracle messages specifically for you as the featured sign, but for every single connection you have, so that everybody has a message in all of my readings, okay? And if you haven't or are not aware of this Aries connection, stay tuned, because if it's ever going to show up, it's going to show up in Aries season, and it could simply be you're feeling the energies of Aries season. You're feeling that gusto. You're feeling that vitality. You're ready to make a move and get things going. So, your first overall energy is the first category. That kind of brought you to this reading, and like I said, it could be a continuation, not necessarily the same highlighted connection, of course, but in general, with where you're going on your path. And your message is the Ace of Cups. Wow. So see the the pronounced energy of Pisces really still coming through. This is not an earth element or the fire. This is the water. And that's our hearts. And that is our openness to feeling emotion, to being vulnerable. I don't consider Aries nor Taurus, maybe Taurus a little more. Perhaps. I don't think of them as being vulnerable energies, but I'll tell you what, we all have hearts, and we all care about love, and we all want to be connected in some way to people and circumstances, and it's just showing this amazing new beginning in that regard. So if something had stopped, if something was paused, if something is just brand spanking new that's entering into your life, and that new moon is definitely will have made that happen. Not to mention, the new moon was in Pisces, which is the sun season we're still in through the 20th, when it goes into your sign Aries. And then Venus, the planet of love, you know, the fullest expression of love and compassion and the deepest, but it's in Pisces. Over romantic, over like the whole world should be in love. Everybody should get along. Let's go with the flow. Let's make it happen. The creativity, the expression of love, you know, the selflessness, the unconditional love that comes out from this energy. It's beautiful for yourself and for all relationships right now. And that's what I'm seeing. And if you've been in this relationship, this highlighted one of the Taurus and Aries I speak of, might be going to a different level. Maybe moving to a place together, maybe popping the question, getting engaged, maybe making that commitment. It's already been set up and you can finally start to happen now. Things are opening up, right? I love that for you. It's a very, very divinely and heavenly gifted message. And then you've got that third eye of an intuition, because boy, when it comes to water elements, there's, in Pisces in particular, the wisdom and the knowledge of within is so potent and so important, because we all have that. You know, some of us just, it's our main energy, our main personality trait, but we all actually have a little bit of every single one of the zodiac signs in us. And you can find that out when you look up your natal chart. But this is gorgeous. It just feels good, warm and fuzzy. And it feels like it's, like I said, a very mature emotional kind of connection you have. And it feels steady, and there's a lot of possibilities. A lot of possibilities. So the second category is the possible blessings or obstacles that's happening right now. A lot of times I always say the obstacles can become a blessing. I know it seems hard to believe that at times. I was still trying to figure out a few of them this year, but I am. Little by little it's unraveling, and it's like, oh, okay. Thank you, Spirit, because without your guidance, I am, you know, always wanting to be connected to my higher power, higher source, and so forth. There is always a co-creation happening at all times. When I'm channeling like I do, and words just come through, and it's obviously not scripted, sometimes it's just so quick, it's hard to keep up. But your message is the devil. Okay, this is really, really pertinent right now. It is the notoriously known as the card for Capricorn, which is an earth sign. A lot of Capricorn last year. The devil is making sure that we look at details, which is a kind of an earth element, I think. It's like the Virgo in particular, very, very meticulous, perfectionist kind of energy. It's about definitely recognizing things that are not working for us, as I said, relationships, people, toxic things, maybe vices, drinking too much, smoking, eating, laughing. Can you laugh too much? Probably not. I'm okay with that vice. But seriously, I just would say, just reminding you, if you're not feeling as good as you would like to be and can be, and you've slacked off on maybe a little bit more exercise, I think everyone had last year, unless you were running ragged, because it was one or the other, feast or famine that way, I believe, from what I've heard. Just being aware of that. This is a beautiful card to just remind you. And also not to beat yourself up. We have a Sun conjunct Pluto energy that's happened, and I believe it's today, and it's one of those things where the Pluto is all about transformation, and it's the deepest, from the deepest part of ourselves, you know, the soul, and just really kind of sometimes beating ourselves up, like, I can be successful, what's wrong, what have I done, why aren't I here yet, and all that, and that never really works. It's about being kind, accepting, taking one step in front of the other, which is the patient kind of energy that you have, Taurus, and helping others to realize that, love yourself, and know that, you know, you're going to be okay. And especially if you are aware and you know that there are things that aren't working and you really don't need them anymore, let them go. It's a new season. It's spring. You know how people feel in spring, and it's just such a beautiful, it's lighter longer now. You know, the days are longer. You can plant your seeds. You can plant those gardens. Start fresh. Nothing better, right? That's the possible blessings or obstacles. So the obstacle would be just like if you still feel like you're stuck, or you're a little bit too hard on yourself, or you want to return to a regiment that you had let go, there you go. And that's a major arcana, so it's an important message that's being given to you. So you've got the beautiful Ace of Cups for the new beginning on many levels, you know, and then you want to make sure with that beginning you leave behind the others, the other situations, the other energies that would not be conducive for this new beginning. Not this time. So then you have, I love how the stories kind of unravel as we speak, and Spirit speaks to these tarot energies. And the last is a category of finances. You know, yes, it is about money and finances and currency are all energies. It's something we need to survive and to feel, you know, that we can have that root chakra just really, you know, planted and firm and grounded and present and balanced and, you know, safe, protected, solid. So it also could have to do with the wealth and always our health. I'm somebody that is a health advocate as a massage therapist of many years, studied health and love health, working on mine. And, you know, it's different for other people. For me, right off the bat, our emotions are hugely tied to our physical, you know, well-being. So I like to start with that. And the heart is hugely a part of it, because when you love yourself and you open yourself up to be better, to heal yourself and then others around you, it's just a beautiful, beautiful, holistic kind of practice. So let's see what your overall energy is for the beautiful, oh man. Whew. King of Wands, man. There you go. There you go, Aries. Fired up, mature energy, really on top of your game. Usually leaders in their field, usually, as well as Taurus, to be honest, running their own businesses, you know, there to help, there to teach, there to guide, there to begin and start something for people, you know. Boy, this year is going to be a lot about communication and information with this predominance of air element that will be for many, many years to come. It's about using our mind, educating ourselves, saying, yeah, I do want to go back to school. I want to start school for the first time. I want to learn another language. I'm serious. That's part of my thing. And I should have done it many, many years. I actually did. But for some reason, it's really popping up now. And they have a lot of really wonderful ways to do that. So I'm told, so I'm going to check that out, but that's just my own personal thing. You've got this. You are powerful, you are strong, you are motivated, you believe in your ability to manifest, and this is the king of Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. So if it's not this connection for you, Taurus, that's really up in the ante and leveling up as far as a business work partnership where, you know, ideas are coming in and they're getting solid and you're doing the training that's necessary and you're letting go of other things that maybe overwhelmed you and weren't really working, you're on the right track. Passion, boy, you've got to have that passion as well. Well, that's emotion. That's what really brings things to fruition the tangible things we can see, which is really important for you, Taurus. I know. Not that you're not a dreamer, because you are. And so that is your reading for the highlighted connections, and I absolutely love it. It's just got a lot of beautiful, you know, just trust in your your ability to love and to create with the cups, your intuition, your knowing, your knowledge, your wisdom. Making sure that you're not cheating yourself out in any way as far as, you know, being around the best people, doing the best things for you. And you don't have to spend a lot of money or anything. I'm just saying those things that are natural in the time to take to just be at peace and meditate a little bit every day. Feel the groundedness that's necessary. When you get really busy sometimes, you know how that can be. You kind of lose that, or you lose the ability to stop for yourself. But those moments are so crucial for your productivity. So I love it. I hope you're vibing with that right this moment. And if not, give it some time. But that is a beautiful reading. And if you have not subscribed, I would greatly appreciate it, because for no other reason, well, it's free. It's very, very supportive of my channel. YouTube really likes to see likes and shares and, you know, subscribes to be able to continue to do what I do and to share more content and, you know, anything I can, basically. But also you can comment and you can share with me what you're thinking. And I got a couple yesterday, and I always respond, and it makes me feel extremely warm, and I appreciate it very much. It's what I'm here to do. So we're going to read the oracle messages now. And these, like I said, are for every single Taurus. It is your time. It is your featured sign for today. And every single one of your love connections, whatever they may be. And it just is filled with complete love, authentic wisdom, gratitude, you know, ways to just help you to feel uplifted and enlightened and that sort of thing. And the first one is, I've changed them around again. This is going to be the wisdom of the hidden realms. Many, many things happen that we can't see, but they're happening nonetheless. And most people that tune into my channel, or any channel, a lot of times when it has to do with tarot or spiritualism or, you know, astrology, is about really having that faith and trust, knowing things are happening that we can't see at all times, and to really, just really try to connect to that. Your beautiful message is the Sun Dancers. Ooh, I love that. Joyful activity, celebration of life, and abundance. Couldn't ask for much better of a message than that. I mean, it is so perfect for what's happening, right? The energy's there, the new, the spring, the beginning, the vortex, if you will, the opening up, the love, the channels. I mean, it's all just exactly what we've been saying. It's 32, which equals 5, which is about changes and working through all challenges. And kind of that little bit of, you know, friction sometimes that you need. And I know Aries can be like that. They're just fast forward. They don't mean to hurt anybody, but boy, they're just those rams. They don't fool around, right? Even though we're on Taurus, I haven't forgotten. We're entering the Aries season, so I wanted to bring that up. But every single one of us can be the dancers of life and co-create at any moment. And that's what it's reminding you of, Taurus. And I feel like you know that anyway, because I find you to be extremely talented and capable. And boy, your persistence and determination is pretty unmatched, you know. So I really admire that about you all as well. So the next beautiful message, and it's simple. I'm keeping them a little shorter, you know, just getting to the point, the heart of the matter. No pun intended, is the Psychic Tarot of the Heart. And this is by John Holland. And this is either, it has to do with the chakras that'll come up, major arcanas, or the different elements. But for you, Taurus, and all your relationships this month, wow. It is the major arcana, number 1, as we enter into spring, as we enter into the first month of the new year in astrology. Manifest. No mistakes, no accidents. What do you want to manifest? That's that fired energy, boy, bringing you that incredible material life and world that you so desire, because you work so darn hard. Of course you want to reap the benefits. Of course you deserve that. And of course, that's all part of the perfect law of attraction, right? What you put in, you receive, and so forth. And it's just, it's there for you. It's time. It's the magician. It's you. It's the ability to make this happen and to believe it with every cell in your body. And I know that's the kind of determination you have, Taurus. I've met too many of you. I love and appreciate you for that. I love being around earth signs just because they remind me of that. I only have one planet in Earth. It's a big one, but nevertheless, I tend to be a little bit more predominant in air and water, so there's more of a, ooh, bring me back down, boy. Bring me down to earth. And I love animals and nature and being out in nature. It's so healing, isn't it? You understand that probably more than a lot of us. The last card I'm going to read to you in message is the Super Attractor Manifestation deck by Gabriel Bernstein. And I absolutely love it. I always bring this out, actually. It's everything I just said. It is creating your life by feeling it into existence. So it's a saying, it's what I call a mantra, your affirmation for today to hold on to and say over and over and over again, and watch your energy change. If you're feeling a little down or that devil kind of energy's kind of filling up your energy, just say, nope, I love me too much. I love life too much. I have aspirations. This will occur. Ooh, that fiery, wow, and a pregnant, ooh, there could be, as I mentioned in the first overall energy for you, Taurus, regardless of the connection, there is a very prevalent fertile energy, especially with this Piscean energy, fertile for, yes, children. Be careful if you're not wanting one, just saying, and also just ideas and that beautiful guidance and co-creation that's being offered to you to open up and expand yourself. I am patient knowing that whatever is of the highest good is coming to me, and that is absolutely true. And then you have that full moon. The full moon will be in Libra on the 28th of March. Full moon adds to culminations, and it can, though it's ending certain things, it means there's only beginnings. Everything that ends has a beginning, of course. There's this beautiful goddess entity coming to you and offering you this opportunity or partnership. And it feels incredibly loving. Now, Libra is all about balance and relationships and fairness and justice, equilibrium, compromise. So it feels very, very beautiful, but it's very, very in line with everything. It's so very congruent with your reading. And I love that. And then there's that root chakra staying present, as I said, staying grounded and trusting. So I hope you enjoy this as much as I enjoy reading it to you. Once again, let me know. And take extremely good care of yourself. Enjoy this beautiful energy because it's not going to stop anytime soon. And so thank you again. Until next time, be well. Bye for now.